Hello everybody, this is Hari Swaminathan. This is the market update video for Friday, December 13th. Today is Thursday, December 12th, around 7 p.m. Eastern Time. The S&P went down about 6 points. There was generally a bearish sentiment all day, but towards the middle, it seemed like it was going to come up again, and it came to the flat line, but just closed off about 6 points off. The Russell had a divergence. It was up about $1.77, and then of course the Dow also was down. Some of the big movers, Netflix is still looking very, very bullish. Before we get to the stocks, I just want to look at the S&P. So yesterday was a big down day, and you can see high volume came. A lot of it would be selling, but today, if you see, even though it was a down day, the volume has dropped off. So looks like some kind of a support zone or a recovery. We'll have to see tomorrow. Obviously, the major theme going into next week is what the FOMC meeting is going to produce. So whether there's going to be a taper announced this month or is it going to be next month, that'll be the big question on everybody's minds. And so we'll have to wait till I believe it's either Wednesday or Thursday. I think it's Wednesday before we know that. Now, a couple of stocks really did well today. One was Netflix. Netflix is looking really bullish. If we look at the Netflix charts, it's been going up very strong. And just a brief sort of a flag pattern here, and then it's recovered, and then it's going up again. Yesterday was actually a bearish day for Netflix. It closed down towards its low, so I in fact thought that it would go down today, but it went up very strong, actually $9 to $10. The other stock that finally is seems to have broken from its slump is Tesla. That was also up about $8. Now Facebook is up now. Facebook is getting added to the S&P 500, so that's a big deal because all mutual funds and various funds that have a charter to own the S&P index now will have to buy Facebook. So that's definitely a bullish sign for Facebook. The other stock still continues to go up is Twitter, and Twitter is up to $55 today. I just want to take a look at what kind of volume, very high volume. So, obviously now we can say confidently that all of these, maybe not this one, but certainly a lot of buying volume here. And here today also we see a pretty high volume day. So Twitter is looking very bullish. You can see the 5-day average is the stock is way above the 5-day moving average. So until it comes back to its and hits the 5-day, I think the general tone is bullish. But it is sort of overstretched at this point. So I don't think this would be a good place to go long on Twitter. However, a bull put would be a decent strategy to put on Twitter. The other one was Lululemon that it announced earnings today, and it was a disappointing earnings. So you can see it's crashed down to the $60 level. But Lululemon is a fairly strong company. What I want to see is this. Let's go to a 1-year daily chart, and if you look at Lululemon, every time it releases earnings, there is a drop, but right after that it charges up, and again here earnings, and it drops, and it goes up again. Here also this was an earnings, and then it goes up again. So certainly something, a pattern that needs to be watched, but should be a decent long candidate if once the selling pressure ends. So that is as far as the Mastercard finally showed some weakness. Mastercard has also been powering up. This is an unbelievable graph, all the way from 480 to 801. Just an amazing run. So finally it showed some weakness, which was long overdue. Other than that, IBM still remains weak. And let's see what else. I think that's about it as far as the main stocks are concerned. Google also took a break today. Google's also been very strong right after its earnings report. It's been a nice little graph. I think the last 2 or 3 days, it's been showing a little bit of weakness, and so we'll have to watch that. Okay, so that's it for tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, so no big news coming out. We'll have to wait for the FOMC meeting next week. Thanks.